Hi sir, my friends Nolila binti Rosman and Nur Afika binti Embotau and I, Ong Chumping, would like to present the case study number 4, which is margin call.
For question number 2, the first main character will be discussed is Sam Rogers, played by Kevin Spacey. In this movie, Sam Rogers held a position as the head of trading floor. He had faced an ethical implication of how company plans to resolve their financial problems. Sam had some conflict with John Toole, the chairman of a board, where initially he was hesitant to carry out Toole's strategy in overcoming their problems. Toole's strategy is to sell company's toxic asset to the customer and save the company, while he knows that action was unethical and can break the relationship trust with the client. However, Sam needs to make decision whether to stick with his principle to being honest or follow Toole's decision, which means cheating. Finally, he chooses to comply to his boss' plans and save the firm. Sam tells traders that they will receive seven-figure bonuses if they achieve a 93% reduction in certain MBS asset classes. Assets have been sold to their clients and it then turns to someone else's problem. Through this action, they are able to hide their financial problems and the company will remain safe, but he lost his integrity. The second character is John Toole, played by Jeremy Irons. In this movie, his position is the CEO and the chairman of the board. His most concern is to continue viability of the company when the financial disaster is existent and the financial risk of the company were threatened. Then he decided to having a plan to simply sell off the toxic asset. Toxic asset is a financial asset that the value has fallen significantly and cannot be sold. The reason of his action is to limit the company's exposure, where he planned to hide the company's financial problem. Besides, he also asked Robertson to resign from the board and become a scapegoat for the company's sake. His immoral actions might be because he thinks that he should be the one who taking a top management position without considering the impact on his subordinates. The third character is Jared Cohen, played by Simon Baker. Jared Cohen held a position as a senior executive as the head of investment division. He is slightly caught in the middle of the problems, which possible candidate to be the scapegoat apart from his fellow Sarah Robertson. The conflict is arise when both of them are pointing finger at one another, which make it reasonable that each of them may have a role in the onset of the company's financial disaster. So, as an action to save his position, Cohen had planned together with Toole for selling all of the firm's toxic assets. His character is holding a principle without any sense of personal awareness and without any concern for consequences. This might be because he has little understanding of what is going wrong and lack of economic expertise. The fourth character is Eric Dell, played by Stanley Tucci. Eric Dell is the former head of the risk management. At the beginning, he has a powerful position. However, since he appears as a genuinely nice guy, he is being manipulated and become the victim in this problem. He tried to warn the management about the company's financial risk before his dismissal and before the issue got revealed, but he was being ignored. The management did not listen to his explanation, which initially Toole and Cohen were not concerned to Dell. Then he was fired without committed any fault. The conflict has arisen when he need to decide whether to keep that important information or just leave the firm silently with problem. Then he decided to give those information to Sullivan, which is his senior risk analyst, where there was the financial issue were revealed. However, Dell had complied with firm's management letter, where he had returned to the firm after they have begged him for his expertise. He once again become victim together with Robertson, where they are instructed to remain in the office on that day and do nothing with promise of compensation as a return. His highly compliance with the firm is likely damage his value of integrity when he actually can be as whistleblower for the wrongdoing that had done by his employers.
Question 3. Was any character in the movie concerned with corporate social responsibility? Corporate social responsibility is a corporation's initiative to assess and take responsibility for the company's effects on environmental and social well-being. The term generally applies to efforts that go beyond what may be required by regulators or environmental protection groups. The first character that concerned with corporate social responsibility is Sam Rogers as the head of trading floor. He had concern about the effects of selling off the worthless mortgage-backed security assets towards the counterparties, employees, and financial sector. The issue was started from Cohen's plan, which is selling off all the firm's toxic assets quickly before the market learns of their worthlessness and thereby limiting the firm's exposure. This decision is a course favored by Todd over Rogers' strong objections. Rogers warned Cohen and told that dumping the firm's toxic assets will spread the risk throughout the financial sector and destroy the firm's relationships with its counterparties. Rogers had tried to talk to Todd, but out of his plan. Rogers talked to Todd, if you do this, you will kill the market for years. It's over and you are selling something that you know has no value. However, Todd responds with the excuses that every Wall Street executive used this strategy when investigators came calling after this incident hits the investors. Todd said that we are selling to willing buyers at the current fair market price so that we may survive. The second character that is concerned with corporate social responsibility is Eric Dell as the risk manager. He had been raising concerns in relation to the company's mortgage-backed security trading model. He had told this issue to his superiors, but they did not take his concern seriously. His concern related to the mortgage-backed security trading model will destroy the firm's financial condition despite of he had been fired. Dell had attempted to contact his employer to look into his most recent and unfinished project, but an uninterested human resources staff told him to leave immediately. On the way to leave his office, Dell told the young risk analyst Peter Sullivan that he has been working on something important. Before the elevator closed, he handed Sullivan a thumb drive and said cryptically, "Be careful." The third character that is concerned with corporate social responsibility is Peter Sullivan as the young risk analyst. He had proved his concern towards the firm by completing Dell's unfinished work. He was waiting until his colleagues left the office and then only started to investigate Dell's unfinished project. In the progress of analyzing the mortgage-backed security trading model, Sullivan had discovered the risk of that model because the firm was massively over-leveraged. If the trend of mortgage-backed security trading model continues to work as usual, the projected losses are much greater than the value of the firm. He discovered that his firm was a dangerously high-risk exposure to mortgage-backed security that could bankrupt the entire company. Therefore, he had ring up the alarm bells to the top management as an effort to avert the financial disaster before it was too late. Question 4. What part did corporate governance play in the events depicted in the movie? Corporate governance is the system by which business corporations are directed and controlled. Corporate governance stated the responsibility of board of directors and management of a firm as well as interests of shareholders. The separation power between the board and the management of the company had played a part of corporate governance in this movie. This can be shown that the decision made by the CEO is without the intervention of the board. He is the one who has the right to make a decision regarding the matters of the firm. However, the management have the ultimate authority in managing the firm. For example, Todd as the CEO of the board had made the decision in authorizing the board and senior traders to sell off the risky assets of the firm, even though some of the board had objections to do so. The reason that he authorized and supported the fire sale of the firm's toxic assets is to minimize the losses, of course, and to save the firm from the bankruptcy, as well as to ensure the survival of the firm from financial disaster. Additionally, he has the responsibility to do so because he needs to protect the interests of shareholders of the firm. Based on the agency theory, he is the agent while shareholders are the principals of the firm, and he needs to act on behalf of them. To ensure the role of corporate governance is well played in the firm, he needed to make sure that the welfare of shareholders of the firm have been taken care by him. Sarah Robertson, as the Chief Risk Management Officer of the firm, did not fully carry out corporate governance of the firm. The reason is the role of Risk Management Officer is required to assess the firm's risk with the risk management analysis, address the major risks that found in the firm, and provide the recommendations on how to mitigate the risk in order to save the firm from the financial risk. Robertson supposed to follow up on Dell's concern about the company's risk exposure to top management, but she did not insist to do so. Even Dell had told her that his new risk model regarding the mortgage-backed security trading asset will cause the firm into financial risk, but she refused to listen to Dell's word and asked him to just leave. Furthermore, Robertson, as the agent of the firm, should manage the firm well and protect the interests of shareholders of the firm. When she heard the issue regarding to the mortgage-backed security trading model, she has the responsibility to figure it out and try to solve it before it is too late. However, she did not do so until Sullivan, the young risk analyst, had discovered the risk of the mortgage-backed security trading model. Even though she supported the decision made by the CEO to sell all of those risky assets of the firm, but the CEO had decided to put the blame for the company's crisis on her and to let her be the scapegoat of this incident. This is because she is the top management of the risk management department, and she's supposed to be the first person to identify this problem. If and only if she raised the concern about this issue in earlier, it can prevent the company incurred in financial crisis.
Question number 5A is, if you were Peter Sullivan, would you make the same career decisions from physics to investment banking? Based on the movie, we know that Peter Sullivan is an astrophysicist, not an investment banker. For your information, astrophysics is a branch of space science that applies the laws of physics and chemistry to explain the birth, life, and death of stars, planets, galaxies, nebulae, and other objects in the universe. According to National Aeronautics and Space Administration (NASA), astrophysicists seek to understand the universe and our place in it. However, investment banking is a special segment of banking operation that helps individuals or organizations to raise capital and provide financial consultancy services to them. The investment banking teams will provide strategic advice and creative financial solutions, including mergers, acquisitions, financing, and risk management transactions to its clients. In my opinion, I would not make the same career decision as Peter Sullivan because as a PhD holder of astrophysics, he has the expertise in the space science. He should contribute his effort in the field of astrophysics and develop more theory and understanding of the universe and our planet to human beings. In addition, he should use his expertise in astrophysics to develop more theory related to the space, universe, and planets that not yet discerned or proven by other scientists. Other than that, he should make use of his knowledge of astrophysics in education field. Due to Peter Sullivan does not has education background of investment banking, he need to work hard in order to be the expertise in risk management and analysis. In conclusion, I think Sullivan should not make such decisions because his contribution in the investment banking field would not greater than the astrophysics field. The question number 5b is, if you were Peter Sullivan, would you inform someone about your findings in the findings? In my opinion, if I am Peter Sullivan, I will inform someone regarding my findings. As a senior risk analyst, I have the responsibility to disclose or report the firm's financial risk to my superior immediately. The reason is the effect of the financial disaster towards the company is substantial and significant. There are three major consequences that caused by exposure of the financial risk. Firstly, the risky MBS model will cause the company or the investment bank to lose more money than the current market capitalization of the firm. Secondly, the employees of the firm will lose their jobs and become unemployment if the company is wound up. Thirdly, if the investment bank choose to sell off their toxic assets in the market or to their counterparties, it can cause the financial crisis occur in the financial market and subsequently affect the economy of the country, even the world economy. The question number 5c is, if you were Peter Sullivan, would you accept the promotion at the end of the movie? In my opinions, the decision has been made by the CEO is considered as an unethical action to do so because the fire sales of the toxic assets will destroy the economy of financial market and it is likely to destroy the trust relationship between the company and its trading partner. Therefore, as a Peter Sullivan, I will not accept any promotion such as higher position, bonus, and increment of salary. The first reason is, as a senior analyst, to discover the risk of the investment model is my fiduciary duty and my responsibility. Any risk has been detected from the risk model should be brought up to the superior. Besides, the second reason is the company had used a trick way to solve its problem. It has jeopardized the trust relationship between the company and its customer. Even the company can survive in current situation, but it is difficult for the company to survive in the long term. Therefore, I should not accept any promotions given by the firms because it may be the short-term promotion, not long-term promotion. That's all from our group. Thank you.